There is a place in the world where power stops working, not because it is weak, but because the math no longer makes sense. Imagine a $6 billion masterpiece of engineering, an America-class LHA, 45,000 tons of steel, carrying 20 F-35B stealth fighters and nearly 2,000 Marines. It is the most lethal expeditionary force ever built. But in 2026, it is heading into a mathematical trap. On the other side of the horizon, the Defender is not waiting with a matching fleet. They are waiting with industrial spam. Thousands of mass-produced drones and subsonic missiles. Some cost less than a used car. This is the audit of the billion-dollar gambit. A war where the winner might be the one who spends the least, not the one who has the best technology. To understand the risk, you must understand the machine. The America-class, LHA-6, and Wasp-class, WHLD-1, are the crown jewels of amphibious warfare. The newer LHAs are Lightning carriers. They have traded their landing docks for massive hangars and aviation fuel. They are designed to seize the sky before putting boots on the sand. But look at the price of entry. One hull costs $3.4 billion. Add the air wing, 20 F-35Bs at over $100 million each, and the total value of this single point in the ocean exceeds $7.7 billion. It is a surgical blade. Fast, precise, deadly. But a blade is fragile. In 2026, the era of the unhittable ship is over.
Modern defense is no longer about armor. It is about magazines. An America-class ship carries a defensive suite. 2 RAM launchers, 42 missiles, and 2 ESSM launchers, 16 missiles. Total 58 interceptors. Now look at the math of the swarm. A Defender launches 60 low-cost drones. Each one costs $20,000. To stop them, the ship fires RAM missiles, costing $950,000 each. In less than 120 seconds of high-intensity combat, the ship's primary magazine is empty. You have spent nearly $50 million to stop $1.2 million worth of drones. And if just one drone leaks through, if a $50,000 engine craters the flight deck, that $7 billion asset is mission killed. The F-35s can't take off. The Marines can't land. The game is over before it truly began. You might ask, where is the aircraft carrier? The Carrier Strike Group is the shield. It sits in the background with its Aegis destroyers. But in 2026, the Anti-Ship Ballistic Missile, ASBM, has created a no-go zone. Adversary missiles like the D-21D or the Khalij Fars have ranges of 300 to 1,500 kilometers. This forces the $13 billion carrier to stay far away, beyond the horizon. This creates a lethal gap. The carrier is too expensive to risk, so it stays in the safe zone. The LHA, however, must move into the kill zone to launch its Marines. The amphibious ship is sent forward alone, relying on its own limited magazines to survive a saturation wave that the carrier is too afraid to face. The ultimate defense for the Marines is the F-35B stealth jet, but in the humid, crowded waters of 2026, stealth is losing its edge. Adversaries now use IRST, infrared search and track. These are passive sensors. They don't emit signals. They just watch. They see the massive heat contrast of the F-35's engine against the cool sky. Even if the jet is invisible to radar, it is a glowing beacon to thermal sensors. At low altitudes, where the Marines must fly for close air support, the stealth advantage evaporates. They are fighting in a glass house, and the defender has the stones. The data from the first 48 hours of a contested assault is cold. Simulations suggest that in a high-density conflict, an amphibious fleet could lose 10 to 20% of its ships in the opening days. For the United States, losing a single LHA means a $7.7 billion loss and the lives of nearly 3,000 personnel. For the defender, it only costs the price of a few dozen missiles. This is the amphibious paradox. To project power, you must concentrate it into a big ship. But in 2026, concentration is a death sentence. The strategy is shifting. Drones instead of ships, distance instead of presence. Because in the 2026 audit of war, the most dangerous weapon isn't a missile. It is the math.